Yup, that's me. My name's Sherisia James. I know, you never really heard of that name before, have you? Well, my name was a mixture of my mom and dad's name. Sherwin plus Sherisia equals Sherisia. Simple math, right? But anyway, I'm a 14-year-old high schooler who wants to be known for something in life. I mostly always have headaches and I love naps. What I love most of all is art. As soon as I found out what art was as a 3-year-old, it's been the only thing I've ever wanted to do. Same with writing and music, but art always stood out. I was younger, I had a fun childhood. As a kid, you think this norm of carefree fun would last forever. I remembered walking out of my room towards my hallway. I saw my dad leaving through our front door. I remember asking him, "Why are you leaving?" For some reason, it seemed more tense after I asked that question. He then said, "I have to," and left. I stood there for a few, not knowing how to feel. All I knew is that everything was changing. The only thing I could hold on to is my art, my one way of expression. But I always wondered how my parents viewed this situation.
Name Sherwin Arnold James. My job is daddy number one, and I also work at National Grid. I'm a pipe installer, and I'm 40 years of age. Believe it.
That's my dad. Besides the dry replies you're about to hear, he's a very fun person. Sometimes too much fun. He's a hard worker and tries his best to make sure we all have fun. I love him a lot.
We actually met at a party, at a Halloween party. Then we met again while I was doing plumbing at a house. It's actually a house that she stayed at, and we met there. And then met a couple months, like 6 months after, and yep, that was it.
How do you feel about the divorce?
Not too great. It could have been smoother, but gotta take it how it comes. I have no control over what is thrown my way.
Are there any challenges that you're facing right now because of the divorce?
A lot of different challenges, I should say legal-wise, time-wise, and financial-wise. But
what do you want for your kids?
I want a lot for them, but eventually they will choose their path. My job is just to guide them to where or put them in a position and instill knowledge in them so they could do great for themselves.
How do you feel about all your kids?
I love them. All of them.
How do you think this situation is affecting your kids?
I will say it has great effect on them. I may not know internally unless they come and speak to me, but I do believe it's a major change in what was to what is now.
Did you want something different for them?
Yes, I wanted. I always wanted the family aspect of growing up, because I have grown up with my both parents, so I wanted the same kind of type of living for them.
What do you think led to the divorce?
A lot of miscommunications, mishandling of situations, and a lot of deception, infidelity, secrets. People are just not being true to what is. Yes, I try to minimize the noise level on certain situations and issues, because I'm just a little more calm, or I should say I just let things go by sometimes.
Are you in peace with everything right now?
Yes, I am. I'm grateful.
This is Crystal, and no, she's not my mom. Crystal's my friend / therapist / stepmom / cool person. Crystal's very nice. Because of her, I got 2 cute brothers. She always checks up on my mental state and makes sure I'm comfortable. She's also very fun. And I totally didn't fall here.
My name is Crystal Findley. I'm 35 years old and I am a licensed social worker. My current job function is a program supervisor for an outpatient substance abuse and mental health clinic. Divorce is... Sorry. Let's put that on silent. So divorce is a hard event that takes place in our lives, right? It's no different than death. It's no different than the pandemic. It's obviously like these unwanted changes in our lives that takes place. How do I feel about being a part of a family that resulted in divorce? It is a hard thing, right? It's never easy for the family, right? Well, I'm a part of this family dynamic, right? Obviously, but I think also when you're going through events that are challenging, there's two sides of the coin. You get to choose how you look at things and how you're able to move forward. If things hadn't, kind of played out the way that it played out, then I wouldn't have gained a partner who is now father to my kids, or I wouldn't have gained the relationship that I have with both you and your brother. So while I know it is traumatic on your end per se, it's traumatic on all of our ends, I'm blessed to be a part of this family because you guys are great kids, and I'll just stop there. I think advice that I would give to any young person who's going through a divorce, or his family or parents are going through a divorce, is to know that, the adult's decision is not a direct reflection of anything that you've done. It's not because of you that they're, choosing to make this decision, and to know that whatever it is that you're feeling as a result of this is okay. You get to feel sad, you get to feel hurt, you get to feel confused yourself about what it is that's going on, and it's my hopes that you would be able to go to your parents or one of your parents to at least vocalize your feelings. However, if not, do find a trusted adult, a trusted person that you can. And for the adult, the adults that are going through this, it's not an implication of you failed in some way, right? I think once you've gotten to the point where you realize your part that you're playing in this decision, know that you can heal from this.
Lastly, that's my mom. Sadly, she don't want to get interviewed, so here's what you need to know about her. Her name is Sherisia James, and 34 years old. She's my one and only mom, and I love her. Divorce changed how I viewed her a bit. When I found out the reason for the divorce, I felt broken. But sometimes people do things not because they're selfish, but because they grew up seeing things like that happen. My mom also grew up in a similar situation. I learned that once you grow up seeing people act a certain way, as a child you think it's normal, but when in reality it's not. But my mom still tries to be the best she can be, and I appreciate every bit of it. I've learned that no matter what, bad things happen, but those bad things shouldn't have control on how I spend the rest of my life. Even though I'm upset about how this ended up, I can still use my art to guide me into my own happiness. And others like me who struggle with divorce can find something they like to do and use it as their way to turn a situation into a masterpiece.
When I'm down, I hold the hand. I've been